Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tony. I am playing Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, and I am doing like a little story time thing. Today's story is once again brought to you by my nephew, who suggested it. And this one could be triggering. Just gonna throw that out there. It does involve injury and so if you don't want to hear about drowning or injury, definitely do not watch this. But when I was, okay, which one do I want? I don't know if I want that or not. When I was younger, let's see, I had to have been, how old is Holly? How old is my little sister right now? I think she's 33 and I'm 40, so I must have been like 9. Okay, that was terrible. We lived on a private road on the river. And so, like at the end of our road there was a dock and there was a river, and that's where we would swim and stuff. And at the time our yard was not fenced in. It was, I think, partially fenced, but I do not believe it definitely was not fenced in. And my little sister, my youngest sister, was about 18 months old. And my mother went to the bathroom. I don't know if my little sister was meant to be like sleeping, or not meant to be, or if she was sleeping, or if she was just playing or whatever, but my mother walked out of the bathroom and my little sister's not there. And so, she runs outside and she's panicking, trying to figure out if she goes to look towards the river or towards the road. Because you go one way and you have a busy street. And it was quite a bit further than the river, but, she could have gotten hit by a car. But if you go the other way, which is a lot closer, you have the river where she, of course, could fall in and drown. Thankfully, my mother decided to go with the river option because she had went down there, she had slipped off of the dock, she had like a big scrape along her back, and she had fallen into the river. And my mother found her floating face down in that river. She pulled her out, she got her, breathing, and she didn't take her to the hospital, surprisingly. I'm guessing because, she didn't want to explain why. I don't know. I genuinely don't know why she didn't take her to the hospital. I guess because she was okay, she was breathing. But she pulled her out, and she was okay. She got her, she was alright. And I remember, I was not here for this. My sisters and I were not here for this. But I remember coming home with my friend and walking in the door and asking my mom if she could take us swimming. And she screamed at me. And my mother did not scream. So I was like, okay. And like my little sister was just laying in her diaper or whatever on the couch sleeping. So I thought nothing of it. It was summertime. And then my mom followed me outside and apologized and told me that she had just pulled my little sister from the river and that she nearly died. So, obviously I understand why she was traumatized. I'm genuinely surprised that she let us swim anymore after that. I will tell you that my little sister was terrified of the river after that, though. Even though she doesn't remember it, she still to this day does not like to take her children swimming. So I think that she still has some leftover trauma from that experience, even if she doesn't really remember it. And then another thing that happened with my little sister, same little sister, I really wish that wouldn't have just happened, is she we were upstairs in my oldest sister's room. Like, when you walked up my stairs, there was a room directly in front of us, which was my older sister's room, that faced the road. And then on this side, my little sister's room, and then on this side, my room. And like, me and my one sister shared, this sister had her own room, and then my two little sisters shared this room. So, we were in my oldest sister's room looking out the window. My dad was pulling up, and we like to watch him pull up and say hi to him. We had the window open. There were no screens. I had the window open, and my little sister, my youngest sister, she's probably 2 at this point, maybe 3 at the most, goes to lean out the window to say hello to our dad, and she falls out the window, and I scream. And I reach my whole body out the window, and I grab her. She's sliding down the roof. And I grab her, and I save her from falling off this roof. And I pull her inside, and she's crying, and she's upset. My mom was at work, by the way. And she's crying, and she's upset. And we get downstairs, and my dad yells at me for screaming. And then I told him that she fell out the window. And, he was like, oh my gosh, so sorry. And, he checked to make sure she was okay, and of course she was. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me with this? I'm so bad at this ghost house. But he decided to bring her to my mother's work. She works at a grocery store in our town. He decided to bring her there to make her feel better because she was, scared and sad, and, she had just fallen out a window. And she could have, fully fallen down, and that she might not have survived that. But he brings her to our mother's work so that she can see her and, get a hug and feel better. And he lets her stand on the side of the shopping cart, and she tips the shopping cart over onto her own face. She was again okay, but it was like the luck that this poor child had in her toddler years was just, it's terrible. So, yeah, that was another story that my nephew suggested that I tell, and actually my little sister suggested that one too, the little sister that all of these events happened to. And I mean, honestly, I was there for the roof thing, but I was not there for the thing with, with her falling into the river, so I don't really have the details of that so much. Oh, great, okay. Well, at least I know what to do. So I don't really have the details of that one too much, so I can't really. I do remember that after that, she was always scared of the river. Like, it was hard to get her to go in. We have like a home video. Like, it's actually the only like home video that we have of my dad. And a large part of that video is us trying to coax her into the river, and she was too scared. So it's definitely a messed up thing that happened, that is for sure. I think that's probably why that poor child uses an abundance of caution in everything that she does now. I mean, that and all of the other trauma that we've gone through in our lives, but she got extra special amounts of trauma herself. So I'm sure that was lots of fun for her. I don't really have anything else to tell for that story, so now I'm just going to try to concentrate on beating this ghost house. So don't mind me not really telling any stories at the current moment, because I need to make sure that I do what I need to do here. Oh gosh. Please. Oh man, I did not mean to do that. Ugh. Okay, I guess I just kind of have to. It's very annoying. Third time's the charm, right? Even though I think this is like the 5th time. I will tell you, when my nephew and my other kids and I were trying to come up with story time ideas because it's much easier if I already have them like written down and at least somewhat pre-planned before I record, because then I'm not you know, like trying to tell these stories with absolutely no like structure to them, and just kind of trying to go off the cuff. It definitely makes it harder. But when we were doing that, it was very hard to come up with stories that I can talk about for the full length of a video. Like some of them I can talk about, you know, I can make long videos into, but some of them it's just like a 5-minute or even like a 2.5-minute little, okay, this is what happened and that's it. It's kind of hard to come up with super long stories because it's not like I've had like huge, insane, crazy things. You know, I don't have stalkers. I haven't had like crazy roommates that tried to murder me. I haven't had, you know, I've had a lot of crazy stuff with my ex-husband. Well, soon to be ex-husband, but since he's not my ex-husband yet, can't really tell those stories. And honestly, some of them I don't know that I do want to tell, because that is still the father of my children, you know, like that's still their dad. And I do need to be careful, you know, I don't want to say a bunch of negative things. I mean, a lot of the stuff they are already aware of, they were there for, but like there's certain stories that I don't really feel like I need to tell, because I don't really need my children hearing certain stories, you know? So, I don't know. It's kind of hard to decide what to tell and what not to tell, you know? Especially in that particular scenario. I guess I gotta ask my kids what they're comfortable with me talking about and what they're not comfortable with me talking about. But I don't know. Just, I need to be extra careful, you know? Alright. Beautiful. We beat the ghost house. So, thank you very much for... And actually, do I need to beat the ghost house twice? Is there... Oh, okay. So yeah, I do need to beat it a second time to do like the normal, whatever. Alright, anyway, I'll beat it again in the next video. So thank you guys very much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And follow my socials down below. I usually post on TikTok like my next video that's coming up. Or actually I think I post like the day that it releases or whatever. You can turn on notifications if you want. I'm talking to you, nephew. Turn on my notifications, then you'll know when my videos are uploaded. And really, it's okay to follow me on your phone. I don't mind if I get up to 70 viewers or subscribers. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!